Good morning, everyone. I'm live. I'll just wait for a minute to confirm that all of you can see me. I'll parallelly open it in my YouTube device also. Yes. Good morning, Lakshmi Rajiv. Good morning, Srivan, Regin, Manjesh. Good morning, everyone. Yes. So, friends, good morning. Today we are here to revise and quickly discuss the Scmpe RTP May 2022. Apart from that, also, I have to discuss about how you can plan for your exams and how you can do your revision. So let me quickly start off. Let's not waste any further time now. Okay. So today is a Scmpe revision day. I'll share with you the overview of what we are going to do today, friends. Point number one, we will be discussing the study plan for the upcoming May 22 examination. Once this is covered, we are going to do RTP May 22 problems. Inside RTP May 22 problems, friends, we are having two categories coming over here. Category number one is similar concept problems. These are some similar problems that you have already done in your study material or you must have attended in any of the classes. But there are some unique problems which we will do afterwards. If I'm not wrong, in total, there are 3 questions which fall under this category. These 3 questions you are supposed to give high importance because they are different. They are different from the normal problems that you always work out in your classes. They are not there in any of the materials of Scmpe so far. It has been introduced right now in your books as such. So this is what we will do. So by the time we do this, today's session will be completely covered. I'll give you a minute. Can you draw this chart in your books? And I hope the audio and video is very much clear. Good morning, Aishwarya. Please confirm that audio is very much comfortable. All right, friends, I believe you all can hear me now clearly. Friends, there is going to be a 10 seconds lag before I speak and you hear. That's one drawback of YouTube live streaming. All right. Audio is comfortable, right? Perfect, perfect. All right. So, friends, what I will do is whatever I speak, there will be a 10 seconds lag. That's the reason normally I do it in my app because there we don't have this kind of lag. But I thought of doing in YouTube because from a very long time I have not done many revisions on my YouTube because majority are happening in my app itself. So today I thought of doing it in YouTube itself. So please cooperate for the 10 seconds lag. Okay. So whatever messages you send me, maybe I'll get it after some particular time. All right. Fine. So I believe everybody is comfortable. So can we start off now? Okay. First, let us start off with how to score good marks in Scmpe. This is the plan that I'm going to share with you right now. Okay. Once this is done, then we will go and do it one by one. All right. First thing, we need to know what are the things that are available in your study material and anywhere else in Scmpe to study. Friends, compared to the old syllabus AMA, Advanced Management Accounting, Scmpe is a little bit more theoretical driven, plus it is a little bit more industry driven. When I say industry driven means many of you are doing articleship. You go to many companies to do internal audits and many other audits. While doing internal audits, there are some analytical part of internal audits what most of us don't do. Most of us just do the verification based on the books that are available over there. Those analytics part, practical parts is what is covered in Scmpe. So I would say Scmpe is far more interesting, far more practical than AMA. AMA was hardcore problem solving. They'll give you numbers, you keep on solving numbers. Here, they give you theory. So you have to learn theory over here. All right. After learning theory, you have to do some theory based application will be there. All right. That would mean that if you learn a particular theory, they will not give you the theory as such in the exam. They will not ask you what is target costing or what is just in time. No, they will give you a scenario. This company is doing this, etc. And this is how it is coming. When they give a question like this, we should be able to solve it with the theory knowledge. So you should have theory knowledge also. You should have practical application knowledge also. Apart from this, they have something called as the case studies. Fourth one, what they have is, based on all these things, you have some problems. So there are some concepts for problem solving. Now, this is something which was there in AMA. It is there in Scmpe also. Based on this, you have something called as problem solving is there. And finally, you have something called as the case study digest. This is a new publication issued by the institute and they have not tested this so far in the exam. November 2021, this was applicable. Not even a single question has come. May 22, we can give this high priority. I will now tell you how and from where these things are supposed to be studied. I would say the case studies normally would come in your exam for around 16 marks to 20 marks. We'll put a 20 marks over here. For this, the case study of 20 marks, there are case studies that is available in your study material. You don't have to refer anything else. Study material has covered lot of case studies now. If I'm not wrong, in total, you have around 42 case studies. Right. The problem with the case studies as such is that when you're learning these case studies, when the textbook, they give lot of text. For example, every case study will be 3 to 4 pages of theory itself. So when you read through that case study, you find it very, very difficult to learn it. I'll give you the approaches later. For timing, all that I'm going to tell you is that what is there in your material. Next page, I'll tell you how we can make this easy and we can score better marks from the exam perspective. All right. So this is point number 1. Point number 2 is about the, I'll come to the theory. Theory is there in your study material. So ideally, from where are you supposed to study the theory? You're supposed to study the theory from the study material itself. Everybody clear? Once you learn this, theory-based application also, behind study material, there are practice problems which are given. Practice problems which are given. These practice problems will be there after each chapter. There you have a lot of theory-based application or you must go through RTP. Today when we do May 22 RTP, I'm going to cover all the theory-based practice problems in the class itself. And I will give you the approach for theory-based practice problems also. I hope everybody is clear so far. Then you need concept for problem solving. Friends, just like old syllabus, new syllabus also now they are introducing lot of new questions. So it is not enough that you simply go and study the theory part and you will get through. Earlier the trend was there, 2018, 2019. Now you should be strong in theory also. You should be strong in problems also. But the good news is, problems, you just have to refer the study material. They incorporate all the questions here. Even the past examination questions also they incorporated over here. All right. So the concept for you to learn, I will give you a better approach. But originally the concepts are there where? In your study material. Then you have this problem solving, which is there. This you can do. Once you know the logic, problem solving becomes easy. Again, this comes where? This comes in the study material. All right. And the last part that we are looking at over here is case study digest. This is there separately available in your ICAI Board of Studies. I believe you are familiar with this, right? Okay. This is around 250 pages new material what they have incorporated. With this 250 page material, I feel because they have introduced this in your syllabus, they very clearly announced it's there in your syllabus in November 21. They did not ask any questions in November 21. May 22, they should be asking some questions is what I believe. All right. This is the overall area to study. How to study and how I will make it easy for you, I will give you in the next page. Can you write down this in your books now? Friends, in total, there is a 20-22 seconds lag. So whatever chats you are having, just put it in the chat box. Okay. I will read your chats and I will revert to it. So just keep a buffer in your mind that whatever message you're sending, I'll be getting it only after 20 to 25 seconds. All right. Friends, I believe you're done writing this. Can I go to the next page now? This page, my whole idea was to give you the overview of what are the things that are supposed to be covered by you from the examination perspective. In the next page, I'll tell you how I can support you in completing all these in a short span of time or in a limited span of time. I'll write down all of those one by one. The first thing is theory. Okay. Second thing is what? It is theory based application. Okay. Third thing, what we spoke about over here was case studies. All right. Fourth thing, what we spoke about is the case study digest. Okay. Fifth one is the concepts for problem solving. Right. And I think the sixth one, what we are talking about over here is problem solving. Am I right? Did I miss out anything? I think I've covered all the points over here. Friends, I'll tell you how I will be supporting you from my end and in what all areas I can support you. Friends, I can support you in covering these areas very, very quickly because the material is already available either on YouTube or in a particular app, which I'll show you right now. Theory part, I can help you out. Case studies, I can help you out. Case study digest, I can help you out. Concept for problem solving, I can help you out. These I'll show you how I can help you out one by one. So you have to then focus on only problem solving and on the theory based application. Once you're good at theory, theory based application is pretty simple. Theory, what I will do is, friends, I have all the PPTs of theory short notes which is already made and which is kept ready. All right. So this short notes, if you go through the textbook, the time consumption will be very, very huge. In these short notes, you have the crux of every theory, short notes of every theory. Once you learn that, you understand the theory. After that, elaborating it in the examination is something what you can do. Maybe I'll just show you, like for example, quickly I can show you the theory that is available. And I believe it's already there in the app, or I will be adding it to a particular app. I'll explain to you how. Here you have this thing called as study material theory. Now, for example, there's a chapter called as lean system that you have to learn. If you go through the textbook, it's a very, very long driven theory. Here, what you have to do is just go through the theory. What is the 7 type of waste? Everything is very clearly given over here. The breakup of the 7 ways are also given over here. Lean system is what, etc. Principles of lean system, just in time. What exactly is just in time? What is Kanban card, working cells? Basically, they are all perfect short notes. And with these short notes, JIT, practice, case study, this is made directly from your study material. So the entire lean system, which is actually a very long chapter, you can complete this in around 29 to 30 slides. So the time invested by all of you will be very, very less. What I will do is, friends, I believe it's already there. Okay. Vinod, you want me to do the MTP also for Scmpe? Let's start with RTP. Vinod, it's actually very late. I had some medical emergency due to which I had to cancel my previous week's class also. Let's see if we have time, we'll do it. Today, first, let's complete RTP because I believe RTP is very, very sensitive. All right. Friends, this is my app. You can actually download it from Play Store also, or you can just visit class.tarunjagdish.com. Here you have a few free batches available. I'll just explain that to you in writing so that you can understand that how I'm going to help you to cover all these areas, right? You just have to visit class.tarunjagdish.com. Okay. Inside this, there are 2 batches which will cover the major areas over here. And the 2 batches are, this is SFM, this is May 22. Okay, one is Scmpe refresher courses there. Okay. I will be adding the entire theory. It's already here. All the theory is also here. Plus, you have live classes also. So I'll just explain that over here. You have a batch called as Scmpe refresher course. Once you just install the app or you go to the web version, and once you register yourself, you just tell me. Just send a message, and or even if you don't send a message, weekly we add all the students to this batch. This is a free batch. In this free batch, you have the following 2 things available. One, you have the entire theory PPT that we just spoke about right now. Plus, there is a concept videos are there, which is having a duration of around 15 hours. So basically the entire problem driven concept, that is concept for problem solving. This is what I'm talking about. This entirely is covered in 15 hours. So the entire Scmp logic you can revise in 15 hours. Then only thing that is left for you to do will be the problem solving part, which you have to do it on your own. All right. So this is one thing that you have to subscribe for. Second thing, there is one more thing called as the Scmpe case study digest. All right. I believe if I just go back, I can show you. This is the refresher course. Okay. In fact, when you come here, just click on live classes. And here all the live classes will be running. Let's say, for example, I'll just show you a sample so you understand how this works. Exactly like YouTube, the difference is that chat speed will be faster. So here I'm covering all the theory and I'm covering all the cost and everything over here. Okay, so this is about Scmp refresher course. Same way, I'll just go back and I'll show you Scmp case study digest. This is very important, friends, as I mentioned to you earlier. This is also a free batch that is available. If you go to the live classes, this is around 16 hours, 16 to 20 hours max. This covers the entire videos for case study. So that's the 250 pages. You don't really need to go through the textbook and learn it. Every problem of that 250 pages is covered over here. Everybody clear? So the moment you do this and you do this, you will be covering the areas which I mentioned over here. That is, theory will be covered. Your case study digest will be covered. Concept problem will be covered. Then what is left for you to cover is the case studies. Now, friends, when you talk about the case studies and the case study digest, one big headache is that the case studies are very long. They will be going for 5 pages, 10 pages, etc. Reading consumes a lot of time. So what I have done is I have made short notes, PPT of that, and I have taken short videos. The video will be 5 minutes to 7 minutes only. All right. In this video, the entire case study is covered and this is available on my YouTube channel itself. You just have to take the YouTube channel. Maybe I'll just show it. I'll take it and show you. YouTube. You just take the playlist. All right. Inside playlist, you will be having Scmpe new case studies is there and one more case, Scmpe case study. So there are 2 terminologies that you're supposed to do in the YouTube. Maybe I'll write it down here. In YouTube, you have Scmpe case study and you have Scmpe new case study. I'll show you a sample video so you understand what I'm trying to explain to you over here. Now this video is 5 minutes. I'm not going to play the entire video. So friends, if you look at this, basically I have taken a detailed video and there's a PPT that's running behind. So in 5 minutes time, there's a case study called as business excellence model, which is around 6 to 7 pages. You do it on your own, 30 minutes will go. This video, you learn it in 5 minutes and that too with explanation and with the PPT. So this will help you to save a lot of time. So friends, this way, you can cover the major areas. You can cover the theory, you can cover the case studies, the case study digest and the concepts for problem solving. All right. Once these are done, remaining what two areas that we are focusing on is theory-based application and problem solving, which you're supposed to do it on your own. Can you please draw this in your books now? Or write it down so that you understand what you're supposed to do? Friends, I believe you're all done writing this. Okay, Steve, that's a very good point. I'll come to that part. You don't need to buy hard any case study problem. You need to understand what is the crux of the case study. In exam, how to present is the next thing that I'm going to explain over here. And then only we'll start with RTP solving. Okay. Fine. I believe you're all done writing this, friends. Okay. So, friends, YouTube case studies, I'm not saying 100% is covered. 100% is not covered here. Okay. The important ones are covered over here. But there are many more case studies which you might have to go through. Very soon I'll upload all the videos of case studies also in YouTube channel. All right. Now I'll go to the next part. Now, as they asked, how should I present in the exam? How to present case studies in the exam? This is the next important question what many of you are having. Okay. So when you talk about case study, you have to go by the following 4 steps. Step number 1 in the exam should be facts of the case. Case studies will go from 2 page, 3 page, sometimes even 4 pages in the examination hall. So you cannot read the entire thing and understand it. What you should do is you should write down part 1, facts of the case, read the question and make short notes. By doing so, all the data come in your question, you understand the question better and you can easily get better marks from the exam perspective. All right. So point number 1 is what? Facts of the case. After you cover the facts of the case, second thing is theory. From the case, you will understand that they are particularly asking for theory 1, theory 2, theory 3, theory 4. Part 2 theory, you write down the entire theory of the question that they are requiring in the part number 2. So now what happened? You have given the facts, you have given the theory. So the valuer will know that you have understood the question. Valuer will know that you know the theory. After this, you go to third part, which is called as analysis. And then you go to part number 4, which is called as conclusion. Sometimes you will have to do analysis, conclusion together. Analysis, what you do is you apply the theory and find the solution. So in the exam, whenever you get a case study, friends, go by the 4 steps. If they are asking you this question for around 20 marks, your facts of the case will contain 2 marks. The theory that you give, each theory will contain a particular level of marks. It will go up to 5 marks will come over here and the remaining marks will come over here. Remaining marks means about around 13 marks is coming. I would say around 10 marks would be for the analysis and 3 marks will go for the conclusion. This is how they give you score in the examination. I hope Steve Thompson, you are clear with this part also. This is how you should present case studies. Okay. Second one, this is the same way you should present theory-based application also. Friends, the only difference between a case study and theory-based application is theory-based application are smaller questions, case studies are bigger questions. Rest everything, both are exactly the same. All right. After this, we will learn about how to solve problems. Here, you should go by the following steps. Step number 1, you should write down the basic data. Step number 2 would be analysis. And step number 3 would be conclusion. Basic data, what you should do is, you should copy down all the numbers that are available in front of you. All right, copy down every number. By copying down these numbers, you understand the question thoroughly and the long question gets compressed into your short notes. This helps you a lot in analyzing the question. In analysis, once you get the data, what you should do is you should find out all the hidden information. For example, if they are giving number of shares 100 and they are giving market price per share as 10 rupee, your brain should tell you that 100 shares and 10 rupee would mean 1000 rupees. Like that, find out the hidden information. After finding out the hidden information, what are you supposed to do? Apply the concept. After applying the concept, you can finally find the solution. And whatever solution you find, where will you go and write it down? In the conclusion. All right. Can you just, if you want, you can write down this. I'll give you 1 minute's time. Then we will go to RTP solving. Okay. I believe you're done writing this. Please write down this also in your books. Let me know, friends, if you have any other doubts that you want me to clarify before I go to the RTP revision. Okay. Fine. So I'll just go back to the summary and let's discuss. So I explained to you theory. I'll share all the PPT with you. You can learn it based on that. Theory-based application, you have to do the problems in your study material. Case studies, there are videos, short videos which you can use for learning it quickly. Concept for problem solving, there's an Scmpe refresher course in tj.com. You can go there and you can always class.tarunjagdish.com and you can get all these things in 15 hours. Problem solving, do it on your own. Case study digest, you can do it from the app. It's available for you in the app. Going great, Abhilash? All right. So I believe everybody is clear with this. And then I shared with you all the free materials that are available for your use and this also. Now, friends, let's go to part 2 of today, RTP May 22. Friends, RTP May 22, there are 2 parts of this. Part 1 of RTP, I will do the similar problems, similar concept problems. And then you have something called as you have 3 unique problems in RTP. Give these 3 unique problems extra importance. All right. Keeping this, let's not waste any further time, friends. Let's start off with the RTP solving. I will take the RTP. I'll take it directly from the website, ICAI. Final course, Scmpe, RTP, May 22 RTP. Right. Okay. Friends, now we'll take the questions and we will do it together and I'll show you how the approach that I follow can make it very easy for you to understand the entire thing. Okay. Let's start with question number 1. Question number 1, they have given a heading, performance evaluation using 2 things. One is ROI and the other one is RI. First, let me quickly explain to you the concept of ROI and RI, friends. Concept, ROI, RI. Normally in your SFM classes, you learn the formula for ROI as profit after tax divided by equity plus reserve, or in some case debt also will be involved if you're taking it before interest. All right, this is the formula that you learned in SFM. But when you come to Scmpe in the chapter of performance measurement, the formula is slightly different. The formula is whatever is the controllable contribution for each division divided by whatever is the investment that is done in this division. Controllable contribution means the profit that can be controlled by each division. So for example, if the controllable contribution is 10 lakhs and the investment is 100 lakhs, it means that there is an ROI of how much percentage over here? 10%. So it means that if I invest 100 rupees in this company, I will get back how much percent returns in my hand? I will get back 10% return in my hands. Everybody clear? RI, the full form is residual income, and this is found using a formula whatever is the PAT or controllable contribution. Here also they are focusing on the same thing, controllable contribution minus whatever is the investment multiplied by COC. COC means what? Cost of capital. All right, so let us say the actual profit of this company is 12 lakhs minus 100 lakhs is the investment, and let us say 8% is the cost of capital. Let me keep it as 10 lakhs. Let me not change this. 10 lakhs. But the cost of capital is 8%. So I get 10 lakh profit. But 100 lakh, the investor is investing with the expectation of getting 8% returns. So how much is 100 lakhs into 8%? It is 8 lakhs. So once you reduce 8 lakhs from 10 lakhs, what is the figure that you get over here? 2 lakhs positive. This means my company is able to make 2 lakhs of more profit than whatever is expected by the investor. Can you write down these two things in your books now? Once you are done, please let me know, okay? I believe you are all done writing this, friends. Can I go to the next part now? Now let us go and let's solve this problem together. Ready? All right. You write down along with me, okay, friends? So that way we will save a lot of time and we can use the same for problem solving. Okay? Yes. So now here we have a question on performance measurement on ROI and RI. You see there's a lot of theory given. Then they have given a table also over here. And it is a problem driven problem. So what I will do, I will start with basic data. I'll write down working note 1, basic data. Point number A. Integrity Limited is engaged in the manufacturing of water pumps, pipes, and sanitary fittings. These three businesses are managed separately as distinct investment centers. Okay, so here there are how many departments are there? Three departments. First one is pump, pipe and sanitary fittings. So I'll write down over here 3 division, pump, pipes, and what is the third one? Sanitary fittings. These are the 3 departments available. All right, are managed separately as distinct investment centers. Integrity Limited name these as CG, YYNN. So there is a name for all these. CG, then you have YY, and what is the last one? NN. Okay. Since the performance is done by divisional head and employees working under him is linked with performance, divisional head as well as the employees are trying their level best to improve the ROI, return on investment. Integrity Limited in recent fiscal only started a practice of thorough component wise profitable rate, blah blah blah, etc. So that corrective actions can be taken. Management of integrities of the firm believe that ROI is the best used performance tool. Management feels ROI is the best used performance tool. All right. Point number C. Then they say over here, RI is addition to some non-financial measures. Hence, they completely ignore the newly appointed CFO's advice to use RI. So there's a newly appointed CFO. Newly appointed CFO recommends RI. But it is ignored. It is ignored by the management. All right. CFO also said that accounting profit has its own limitations, but the board is not convinced with these remarks too. Down they have given some table. Even before we go for this table, can you please write down this basic data in your books, friends? All right, friends, I believe you're all done writing this. Now we will take this table. Do you see that in this table, they have kept some areas blank? First step, what we have to do is we have to write down and copy this table and then try finding out these blank information. So I'll write down working note number 2, analysis. Particulars, you have GG, and then you have YY, and what is the last one? NN. Okay. Point number A, they have given investment. Point number B, they have given revenue. Point number C is what they have given income. They have given the profitability rate. Then you have the investment turnover. And the last one, what you have is ROI. Okay. So I'll just give the numbers for the first one first. You have 4 crore, or let's copy down all the numbers. You have 40 lakhs over here, blank, you have 80 lakhs over here, and here you are having 60 lakhs, 8 lakhs and 6 lakhs, correct? 8 lakh, 6 lakhs. Then you have a profitability rate of how much percentage? 5%. Investment turnover is how many times? 2 times. And the ROI for the last one is given as 12%. Friends, I'll give you some time. Write down this. Think how you can fill in the blanks. In your now, you just use a red ink pen to fill in the blanks. So that way, you will be able to differentiate between what details are available, what are not available. Sunita, I think yes, the PPTs can be visible only in the app, I believe. Just go and try it in the app. I think that one technicality is there for some security issues. They are providing the PPTs only in the app. PPTs and videos in the app, but live classes can be viewed anywhere. You can view it on the website also. You can view it in the app also. Are you all done writing this, friends? Now tell me one by one. How will you find out the numbers? I'll start with the first one. Friends, they have given the investment as 4 crore. Investment turnover as how much? 2 times. What is the formula for investment turnover? The formula is turnover divided by investment. So that is equal to 2 times. So can I not do a backward working and tell that this will turn out to be 8 crore? Or the formula would be 4 crore into 2 times. That will turn out to be 8 crore. Once I get this as 8 crore, the profitability ratio is said to be 5%. That means the NP ratio is 5%. Profitability rate is nothing but NP ratio. So how much is 8 crore into 5 percentage? That will turn out to be 40 lakhs. ROI, what is the formula? Whatever is the controllable contribution divided by investment. So can I say I'll get the answer as 10% over here? 4 by 40. Like this, can you try finding for YY and NN on your own? Please let me know once you are done writing this, okay? So I can go to the next part. Friends, are you done writing this? I believe you're all done writing this, friends. Can I go to the next part now? So tell me, if you look at the ROI over here, which one is giving you the best ROI from all these details? Can I say this 20% is turning out to be your best ROI? So I would just write down below this. Okay, next working note. Sorry. I'll write down the next working note. All right. The best ROI is, okay, the best ROI is what we are trying, right? Here I write down for A, you have the ROI of how much percentage? 10%. B is having an ROI of 20% and C is having an ROI of how much? 12%. So from this we can write down that the best ROI is for division B. I think it's not B, there's some other name for it, right? It is YY. I'm given wrong names over here. This one is YY, GGNN. So I would say that best ROI is for division YY with 20%. Okay. So if that is the case, where will the investors invest maximum funds? Okay. Investors would prefer. Investors would prefer investing in what? YY. Can you write down this in your books now, friends? Then I will go to the next part. All right. I believe you are done with this part, friends. I'll go to the next one now. Identify the reason for poor performance along with the advice to improve the same. That is the first one. Let's read the second requirement. If the required rate of return is of integrity is 8%, then comment on the performance of division of RI with the same set of information. Now, when you look at this, poor performance in the sense YY is performing better, GG is having a lower profit, that's why they have a lower ROI. NN also has got a lower profit when you compare with the others. All right. But let's check the RI and then I will give you the answer for the first one. So let's write down the next working note heading. Computation of RI. So here we are having three departments. You have GG, you have YY, and you have NN. The formula, as I told you, for this one is going to be whatever is the profits that you make. So that is equal to 40 lakh, 8 lakh, 6 lakh. Minus whatever is the investment that you make in all the three cases into 8%. So the investment is 4 crore, 40 lakh, 50 lakhs. Multiplied by 8%. So let's check, friends, what is the answer you get over here if you do like this. 3.4 crore into 8% is 32 lakhs. So here I get the answer as plus 8 lakhs. Whereas in the second one, 40 into 8% is 3.2. You get only 80,000. No, hold on. 40 lakh into 8% is 3.2 minus 8 will give you 4 lakh 80,000. And what about the third one? You get 50 lakh into 8% is 4 lakhs. You get the answer as 2 lakhs. Friends, when you compare based on RI, the best performing unit is which one? Is GG. Did you see the difference over here now? Can you write down this also in your books? Friends, I believe you are done writing this. So if you look at this and if you compare with ROI, ROI is giving you the answers in percentages, but RI is giving you in absolute values. ROI has got some serious drawbacks which we need to understand. Since they're looking only at percentages, there can be problems. So I'll just write down the next working note. What are the drawbacks of ROI? Friends, how do you find out ROI? I told you it's profits, that is controllable profit or controllable contribution divided by investments, right? So friends, ROI can be increased in two manners. One, you increase the numerator, you increase the controllable profit, that is a positive way. There is one more way in which you can, increase the ROI. Try reducing the denominator. Try taking minimum investment. Are you clear with this point? So I'll write down, okay. Some companies to increase ROI will try reducing the investments. Okay. By doing so, they will not maintain their machineries properly, because every time you maintain your machinery, your asset cost will go up. Maintain the machineries and assets which will be damaging at a later on point. Okay, that is reason number one. Second thing, ROI is in percentage. If you observe one thing, friends, ROI wise, YY is good. But if you look at the investment of YY, that's only 80 lakhs compared to an investment of which is only 8 lakhs compared to an investment of 40 lakhs in GG. So higher value of investment, even though ROI is less, absolute value you get more in GG. So I'll write down, due to this, size of investment is not considered. Due to this, size of investment is not considered. Okay. GG has better RI because in absolute numbers, it makes higher profits. Right? Can you write down this in your books now? I believe you are done writing this, friends. Can I go to the next part now? All right. Requirement one will do in the end. Let's cover the remaining. So here I have given my observation. Now they are asking you to state the benefit of using RI, and then they are asking you to list the shortcomings of accounting profit, ROI and RI. Okay, so I'll write down the next one. Benefits of RI. Okay. First one, it is absolute in number. That's something what we just found out now. Okay. Okay, that is the first advantage of we using residual income or we using RI. Second important advantage as far as RI is concerned is that here we compare with a constant benchmark. So in our case, the constant benchmark was 8%. Bracket, I will write down 8%. So any company which is getting a better returns than 8% will be happy. In ROI, what happens is I must be getting a 12% ROI. new project has come in which is having 11% ROI. I might not accept it because my overall ROI will come down. But if there's a benchmark of 8%, that problem will not be there. Okay. Anything above this is good. Above this should be considered as good. So these are the two major advantages of RI. Can you write down this now? All right, friends, I believe you're all done writing this. Can I go to the next part now? Okay, let's read the next requirement now. Major shortcomings of accounting profit, ROI and RI. I have already given you the shortcomings of ROI. Let's give the shortcomings of RI now. Friends, just like the advantage of RI is that they are absolute in number, sometimes that becomes a drawback because you cannot compare two projects with different size of investments. Okay, so that is one of the major drawbacks over here. We cannot compare two projects with a different size of investments. All right, and the last thing what they talk about is drawbacks of accounting profits. Accounting profits, friends, are having a lot of drawbacks. It's basically because of accounting terminology. For example, depreciation, etc. is non-cash item. These things should not affect the performance of a company. These do not affect the performance of the company. This is one of the major drawbacks of accounting profit. Second thing is that you don't exactly get the division wise profit. You get the overall profit. Okay. Division wise profit might not be possible. Might not be possible. Can you write down this also in your books? That's because you'll have some common overheads. How do you apportion these overheads? All these are the problems that arises in what? In accounting profits. Can you write down this also in your books? There are many more points in the RTP, friends. I'm giving you the important points as such. Just theory part, just give a reading to the RTP once it's done. Friends, I believe you are done writing this also. All right. So we are done with the drawbacks of all of these. All right. So I believe we are done with the drawbacks also. Why Integrity Limited needs to use non-financial performance measures. Now, friends, this one I will give you as a theory. There are two types of measures. One is called as the financial measures, and the other one is what we call it as the non-financial measures. Okay. The financial measures we have already learned. ROI is a financial measure. RI is another financial measure. EVA, economic value added, shareholders value added. All these are financial measures. Just like this, we have some non-financial measures also, such as balanced scorecard. You have something called as performance pyramid. Then you have something called as the building block model. Very, very important. Okay, building block model is extremely important. Building block model, and then you have many more. Triple bottom line, many more are there. These do not focus on financial, but these are very, very important. In fact, your new syllabus Scmpe always states that rather than focusing on financial measures, you are also supposed to focus on non-financial measures, because profits alone will not help you to survive in the company. Ethics, very, very important. Profits are important. Customer should be happy. Overall company should be happy. Ethically, we should be a sound company. In fact, question number 2 is a beautiful question on the same thing. So you can give a note that non-financial measures have the following advantages. They improve the goodwill of the company. Okay, then every company is also having a social responsibility. That is why we have this called as CSR funding, etc. coming in. So they should be able to fulfill the social responsibility also, and this is the only thing which will help them to generate long-term profits. Otherwise, they will make some short-term profits and they will break down. Everybody clear with this? Can you just draw this chart in your books now? I believe you are done writing this also, friends. Now we just go to the last requirement. Identify the reason for poor performance along with advice. Let's find out over here now. Okay. Now tell me, first company is having a profitability rate of only how much? GG is having a profitability rate of only 5%. YY is having a profitability rate of how much? 10%, and NN is having a probability rate of how much? 10%. So when you look at GG, what is the weak area as far as GG is concerned? They have a lower profitability rate compared to YY and NN. But when you look at absolute numbers, they have a bigger amount because they have a higher amount of turnover. So I'll just write down over here. Next working note. Reason for poor performance. Reason for poor performance. All right. I'll write down point number A, which is the first company, GG. GG has a lower profitability rate of 5% when compared with others. Okay. In order to improve the same, it should focus on increasing the profit margin or reducing the cost. Or reducing cost using what? Cost reduction techniques. Or reducing the cost using what? Cost reduction techniques. All right. This is one way how you can do it for GG. Now let's go and check it for the other two companies. Which are the other two companies? YY. What is the major problem that you see in YY? YY actually has very good profitability rate, 10% is there. They have a very good investment turnover, 2 times is there. And ROI wise also it is very, very good. The only problem as far as YY is concerned is that revenue and the investments are much lower compared absolute numbers compared to GG and NN. So we can write down over here. YY has high performance ratios, but in absolute terms, it has very low turnover, due to which RI is less. Can you write down this in your books now, friends? Friends, I believe the pace is comfortable. Please confirm and let me know, okay? I believe you are done writing this. Now only one thing is left, which is the last one left over here. That is NN. When you talk about NN, they have a very good profitability ratio of 10%. This is very, very good. But they have a less investment turnover ratio. If they are able to get more turnover for the existing investments, they will be able to make even more absolute profit. So I'll write down division NN division NN has high profitability rate but lower investment turnover ratio compared to others. Okay, this means for every 1 rupee invested, they earn less turnover than others. Right? Can you just write down this? So if this can be improved, profits will go up. Profits will go up. Can you write down this in your books now? Friends, I believe you are done with this also. And with this, we are done with this entire question. Now you see there are 5 requirements over here. Each requirement will have a marks of around 3 marks. That's 15 marks. Everybody clear with this? Or they might also put in the same question for 20 marks also in some cases. I believe everybody is clear with this question, friends. Can I go to the next part now? Perfect. We'll go for the next one. Ethical and non-financial consideration. You brush through the question, it looks like a theory-based application question. So let's write down this as facts of the case. So I will write down part number 1, facts of the case. Okay. Point number A, SEL is engaged in manufacturing of batteries. One of the batteries is BL5C battery. SEL sells this battery to many handset manufacturers. Okay, I'll just write down SEL sells what batteries? BL5C batteries. BL5C batteries. All right. SEL sells this battery to many handset manufacturers. One of the quality circle team recently discovered an issue with BL5C battery. So there's some issue with this thing, that if it gets heated beyond a limit, it will burst and this explosion, there will be a handset explosion. Okay. One of the problems found out is BL5C may sometimes burst. Everybody clear with this? Let's go to point number C. If it gets heated, it will burst. Management is considering the issue based on the following facts. Fact number 1, engineering team provided a solution. They can change the material. Okay, engineering team suggested that they can change the material. That they can change the material, come down. It will become more resistant to heat and has auto cooling features, and modify the process to eliminate. But this will result in an increase in the cost by 80 rupees per battery. So what is the additional cost that you have over here? 80 rupees per battery will be the additional cost. Come down. In order to understand the severity of the issue, technical team makes an estimate that next month it is estimated that 120 such issues may take place out of 1,80,000 batteries. 120 issues out of 1,80,000 battery. So in percentage, if you see, it is 0.0666 percentage chance only is there. It will not burst always, it will only burst sometimes, right? Whereas in the users will be able to identify that exposure in the handset takes place due to bursting of the battery. So 10, hold on. No, sorry, I missed out a sentence in between. Technical team suggests that out of 120, only 10% cases wherein the users will be able to identify that explosion in the handset taken place due to the bursting of the battery. Only 10% people will come to know. Only 10% will be aware of this. So that is 120 into 10%. That will turn out to be how much? 12 people. All right. Legal team estimates only 10% of the legal people will take action against them. Wonderful, yeah. EFG. So 12 people into 10%, approximately 1.2 people will take legal action. Will take legal action. All right. And they will have to pay only 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs will be the payment. Wonderful. Okay. Friends, write down the facts of the case, then we will analyze whether the advice given is right or wrong. You also think and give me an advice, okay? Is it right or is it wrong? Friends, 1 minute, there's an interpretation issue. 10% of the users doesn't mean 10% of 12 people. It is 10% of 120 people. So 12 people will take legal action, right? And 10 lakh will be the payment. So what will be the total payment that will happen over here? It will be 12 people into 10 lakhs. That would be equal to how much? 120 lakhs. Okay. Can you write down all this in your books? Friends, are you all done writing this? Can I go to the next page now? Please write down this also. If I'm going fast, let me know. Okay, I'll slow down. Just message that you're not done and I will slow down. All right. I believe you are all done writing this also, friends. I'll go to the next part now. So now they are asking, evaluate the viability of the solution provided. So I'll first write down the next working note, cost benefit analysis. Okay. Now, friends, there are two options that are available with the company. I'll put this as option number one and option number two. Option number one is, take the engineer's advice. If you take the engineer's advice, what is the cost? They have told 80 rupees per battery, right? And total, how many batteries are there? 1,80,000 battery. We will have to pay an extra amount of 80 rupees per battery. If you do like this, what is the answer you get over here? Do you get the answer as 144 lakhs? Am I right? Second point is, if you don't go by his advice. Don't go by his advice. If that is what you're opting for, in that case, I think we already got the answer as how much? 120 lakhs is the answer what we have got. So friends, tell me which is better. It is better that I don't do anything to the battery and I will save 24 lakhs. Think and tell me, friends, is that answer right or wrong? Friends, I believe you are all done writing this. Can I go to the next part now? Friends, even though it looks like from financial perspective, 24 lakhs you will save, but you are going to kill around 10 people, 12 people for this purpose. They will go for case against you. The damage will be much more. So the answer is, even though from financial perspective, it is better not to, listen to the engineer's advice. From a non-financial perspective, we should focus on the engineer's advice also. So I'll write down, or I'll give a heading called as conclusion. Okay. From financial perspective, it appears better to go with, to not, it appears better not to go with engineer's advice. But from a non-financial perspective, it is very important to invest additional 24 lakhs, and yes, Ganesh, it will affect the goodwill, and retain and not create any damage. Okay, any damage. Okay, the merits would be, what are going to be the merits, friends? I think you know the merits of this now. Point number one is you will have a better goodwill in the market. Okay. Point number two is that brand value will go up. Oh, that's almost the same. Regulatory compliance will be less. Regulatory issues will be less. Otherwise, the police will come, and moreover, you will have to spend a lot of energy on lawsuits. Same energy you can spend on building some more batteries. Too much energy will be spent on, energy will be unnecessarily spent on lawsuit. Can you write down this in your books now, friends? So we are done with this question also. Exactly, Aishwarya, the company should also focus on non-financial factors. Ganesh, what you said is also right. Ethics plays a much bigger role than just the profits that you make. Please write down this, friends. Friends, I believe you are done writing this. Can I go to the next question now? Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 3, again a question on ethics and environmental management accounting. Shall we write down the facts of the case? We'll read, there's a lot of data that is given over here. So we'll have to write down this entire thing in the facts of the case. All right. I'll write down question number 3, Roman number 1, facts of the case. Point number 8. SY industry operates in two different lines of business. First one is paper mart and the other one is SGL. So SY has two divisions. What is the first one? Paper mart. Am I right? So paper mart is SPM. I'll call it as SPM. And what is the other one that we spoke about? SGL. All right. Ganesh, yes, in exam you write down in your own words. You don't have to by heart and write out. You cannot do that. Write in your own words. Be very, very logical. Okay, logic has helped many students in the past to score very, very good marks, especially in SFM and Scmpe. All right. Let's go to the next one. SPM is a paper manufacturer that obtains ISO certification, blah, 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 etc. At a superannuation, the new CEO replaced him, who believes apart from avoiding the legal consequence, there is no sensible reason for considering environmental cost management. Okay. CEO feels apart from legal compliance, we don't need environmental, what is the term used? Environmental cost management. So he feels we'll do environment only for legal purpose. Then we will just stop it right there. SPM hardly practiced the requirement contained in the standard afterwards. It seemed they obtained the certificate to fulfill the legal requirement of different tenders, blah, 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 etc. Down. SGL, being manufacturer of glasses, uses cadmium. As per WHO, cadmium exerts toxic effects on the kidneys as well as skeletal and respiratory system. It is classified as human carcinogen. My God. SGL manufactures glass which contains what? Cadmium, which has health hazard. That is enough. In exam, you don't have to go and tell kidneys will fail, heart will fail, etc. Only mention it will have health hazard. In red ruby glass, a glass containing 0.03% selenium, 0.06% cadmium, 0.03% sulfur. They are teaching you chemistry in your costing examination. Beautiful question. Let's come down. The turnover of SGL is 248 crore. Turnover in the preceding year is how much? 248 crore. All right, let's go down, which was 17% higher. Okay, so 17% higher. Fine. Next point, what they say, immediate previous year, SGL's cost of disposing the toxic material is 82 lakhs. Cost of disposing toxic material is equal to how much? 82 lakhs. All right. Let's go to the next part. Cost of recycling and products and scrap was 105 lakhs. Cost of recycling. What else have they told? Recycling products and scrap. So let's write down recycling. How much is the cost coming over there? 105 lakhs and 64 lakhs. Okay. Recycling products is 105 lakhs. Cost of recycling scrap is equal to how much? It is turning out to be 64 lakhs. Everybody clear so far? Now let's come down further. Cost of the committee responsible for environmental certification, etc. is 24 lakhs, which includes 2 lakh fees for renewal of certificate, 3 lakh fees for boarding of inspection team, etc. etc. So I'll put it as cost of committee. So there's a committee who is coming over here, checking and making everything fine. For them, the total cost turns out to be how much? 24 lakhs. In bracket, we'll write 2 lakh for certification, 3 lakh for boarding. 2 lakh certification, 3 lakhs boarding. Every number you copy down. It might take some time, but you understand the question thoroughly, then solving it becomes very easy. Let's come down further. Environment monitoring and employee training cost was 37 lakh and 8 lakh. So I'll write down the next one. Environment monitoring And what is the next one? Environment training, is it? How much money is spent on monitoring? 37 lakhs and 8 lakhs. Here they spend another 8 lakhs. Monitoring cost includes audit fee of 2 lakhs. So here there is an audit fee 2 lakhs. Let's write the next point now. Inspection cost to ensure compliance is 7 lakhs. Inspection cost turns out to be how much? 7 lakhs. During the immediate previous year, penalty of 75 lakhs was passed for cadmium emission beyond the allowed limit. Appellate authority upheld the order of adjudicating authority but reduced the penalty to 40%. So I'll write down point number L. Penalty, okay, so how much they are saying? 75 lakh into 40% is what they finally agreed. So I think that would turn out to be around 30 lakhs. Write down all this data in your books, friends. Yes, Vijay Lakshmi, Scmpe will make you all rounder. It will teach you chemistry, everything. Are you all done writing this, friends? Can I go to the next page? I believe you're done writing this. I'll go to the next page now. Are you all done writing this also? Can I go to the next part? Friends, once you write down this theory, here basically when you look at this theory, you can actually correlate if you have learned the theory of costing. This is actually a question based on COQ. COQ means what? Cost of quality. There are two types of cost of quality. One is what we call it as the cost of good quality, and the other one is what we call it as the cost of bad quality. All right. So good quality basically is having two parts inside this. One is what we call it as prevention cost, and the other one is what we call it as appraisal cost. Whereas bad quality, you're having two types of costs coming inside this. One is the external failure cost, and the other one is what? Internal failure cost. The logic is very simple. If I spend some money to prevent my future problems, that is called as preventive cost. Appraisal cost is mainly inspection and audit. Inspection, audit, etc. is what we call it as appraisal cost. If there is a failure when something goes outside, is what we call it as external failure cost. So for example, over here, penalty, you get some loss from outside, is called as external failure cost. Internal failure cost means any failure happening inside the company. Okay, it can be a production loss or it can be any such matters, is what we call it as internal failure cost. Let us check it over here under which category each of these costs will come. Now, for example, first one, cost of disposing toxic material. If you are disposing some waste, the toxic material being generated is an internal failure cost. So this will come under internal failure. Okay. Next one, cost of recycling the product. Whatever is the product coming in, we are recycling it so that we can prevent it in the future. So I would say that will go under preventive cost. Friends, many a case our opinion might not tally with the institute's answer, but opinions can always differ. Nothing wrong in that. All right. Recycling scrap also, according to me, will be what? It is going to be a preventive cost so that we can recycle and we can use it for a better purpose. Cost of committee will be appraisal cost. They are doing some form of audit. Environmental monitoring is again auditing. Sorry, friends. Again, this will turn out to be what? It will turn out to be the appraisal cost. Okay. Training, etc. What you are doing is basically you're trying to give them some knowledge so that they can use it in the future. This might go under the category of preventive cost. Inspection will go under the category of appraisal cost, and this one will go under the category of external failure. All right. This is all the solution. Better thing would be I'll show you in the RTP itself, and you can do it based on this. Question number 3, right? Let's take 3. Yes, you have the table over here. So as I told you, training is a preventive cost. Cost of committee, they have considered under preventive. I have considered under appraisal. There can be some difference of opinions, friends. So 2 and 3, that is the audit and inspection cost, they brought it down. Remaining, they have kept it upstairs. Everybody clear with that? So can you just write down and copy down this table? I think they have taken the 2 and 3 here again. So that's also preventive cost itself. Recycling products is preventive cost. We have taken it correctly. Monitoring cost, they have removed 2 lakhs from here. All right, let's see where they have added the 2 lakhs from monitoring. Audit fee, they have put it under this thing, and the remaining they are putting it under appraisal cost. All right. But that also they have brought it. 2 lakhs, they have brought it down. So we have done it right. Nothing wrong. Everything we have done it correctly, friends. Can you write down this in your books now? They have just rearranged it. Please write down this also. Are you done writing this, friends? I believe you are done. Okay. If you are done writing this, then this main part of this question is done. Let's go and read through the question again. Okay. They are asking, evaluate the belief of the new CEO. Friends, tell me, is his belief right or wrong? His belief is absolutely wrong. We should analyze the environmental management cost. Okay. So the answer, you can write blah 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 in the exam. Mainly what you're supposed to do, evaluation of CEO is incorrect. That is the nutshell answer that you're supposed to give. Okay, you can write that as per the data given over here, this much percentage is spent for this, this is spent for this. You can elaborate and write down from here on your own. That depends on your writing skills from the exam perspective. Second requirement is comment on the current pattern of allocation of environmental cost of cadmium admission in relation to the cost. When we drew the table, we have given the percentage also. Based on the percentage, we can tell how much percentage is spent on preventive, how much is spent on appraisal, how much is spent on internal failure, and how much is spent on external failure. Everybody clear with this point, friends? All right. Now they are asking, prepare an environmental cost statement by Hansen and Mendoza. This is the same table that you copied now. That table is what they are calling it as Hansen and Mendoza table. So if you want to note it down, this chart is by a great personality, Hansen and Mendoza. Okay. Suddenly, when you look at these names in the examination hall, you might get worried. Don't worry about that. Briefly analyze the cost structure. I think we have already done in table format. You can elaborate and write down in your own things, and they have told state the assumptions. So as I told you, in some cases, what they have taken as preventive, we might consider as appraisal. Nothing wrong in that. Just give this nutshell in your books, friends, and I think we are done with this question. We can go to the next one. Friends, I believe you are done writing this. Shall we take a break now? It's almost 2 hours of session that we have done. Let's take a 15-20 minutes of break, after which we'll do the next session where I'll cover the remaining problems. All right. See you after 15 minutes of break. Thank you.